Hi, my name is Dominic, and my dad passed away about 2 years ago, and we used to make wine together. Now this is my dad's garage here, and actually he hasn't seen activity for a couple of years. My dad passed away about 2 years ago, and I haven't made wine for 2 years now. So I'm still having, I come to a grasp of when I'm going to make wine again. And this empty barrel represents, I guess, how I feel right now. I don't feel like making wine, so hopefully soon I'll get to it, but it hasn't quite happened yet. It's a very important thing in our life, making this wine.
How did you feel when it was time to make wine that first season?
Well, to tell you the truth, I didn't think about it. It just went by, and well, traditionally it was my dad who got excited about, oh, it's almost time to make wine, and I'm going, Dad, it's not at the stores yet. The grapes aren't in yet. It's a bit early, and he would get very excited in early September, and he would be eager to make it. And for example, I mean, the stories is that he needed my van to go pick up the grapes, and we'd pack it, and we'd usually go on a Thursday, and I go, okay Dad, I'm working tomorrow, it's Friday, we'll do it tomorrow night, and we'll make some vino. But like usual, he promised me he wouldn't, but I come home from work on Friday and it would be half done, and I would get angry at him. Why didn't you wait for me? We could do it together. But that was his excitement. He couldn't wait. It was there, and I don't know, maybe part of it is he wanted to show me how eager he was to do it. But that is something that I'll definitely miss. Un solo istante palpiti. Well, I'll just take you downstairs here. This is my dad's basement, and we have a cantina here where we keep the wine and bottle it right in here. So this is where we did the wine tasting and just sat around and joked around, and just kind of rough, but it works very well. Nice temperature in here, and keep the bottles in here. I haven't been drinking as much wine lately. Hoping my dad will come back, but that's not going to happen, and still have a few bottles left.
Is there fear? Do you have any fear, do you think?
I don't think there's any fear. I think it's longing, and I don't have fear to make it. I have the desire to make it, but every time I think about it, I think, you know, I wish he was here to make it together, and probably the first time will be the toughest, and I think it will come next time around. But you know, I'm sure it'll get easier after that. Mm-hmm. That's 2-year-old wine, and it's great. It tastes beautiful, and I really enjoy it. But my dad, we used to make it half and half, and we didn't keep tabs, but we both drank it, and we usually drank it together, and it just kind of seems to last a lot longer these days, and still have some, but I've got to make wine really soon. When he was here, it was all natural. He knew his job, I knew my job, and together it worked out so well. We always made great wine. But it's going to be really tough making it without my dad. It was a father-son kind of thing. We did it together, and it was a lot of fun. I think I can do it without him, but he was the wine expert, and there's a conflict in that, you know, do I have the confidence to do it as well? I think I can, and I think my dad taught me very well, but while I'm making it, I haven't done it yet, but it would be very traumatic for me to make it, because the whole time I'll be thinking of how much I miss him. I don't know if I mentioned this to you, but my grandfather in Italy was actually a winemaker, And I remember when I was a little boy, 6 or 7, going over to with my dad to visit my grandpa at the wine place. And in Italy, I remember that they didn't sell it by bottle. I guess they could have, but the people, the clients of my grandpa's would come into the cantina, and he would just they'd bring in their bottles, and he would siphon off whatever they needed. And that's a beautiful memory I have in my mind, going to visit my grandpa and my dad having a glass of wine with him. And and then we carried on that tradition, making it together. Maybe with my children, we can start that new tradition, and the passion will be together with my son rather than with my father.
So what's next, do you think?
What's next is let's make some vino, and I just got to get to it, and I can't wait to give it another shot and to teach my children what my dad did, and hopefully they carry on the tradition, and that I will teach my children as well as my father taught me.